Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you guys can see from the title of the video, we are doing another palette ranking, yes, today. And it's only obvious that I'm going to be doing orange because I have on orange, and of course it's in the title. But I'm not gonna lie, this was pretty fun because I didn't think I was gonna have an orange ranking palette. And I also Googled and no one has an orange ranking palette. Like, what's up? Do we not like orange? I'm not really an orange fan, but I did notice, again, same like yellow, not a lot of brands put a lot of dedication when it comes to like orange eyeshadow. Like you might see it in like one or two eyeshadows inside of a palette, but not a full-on like dedicated palette towards orange. And another thing, I cannot find one of my palettes. I know I have the ColourPop orange palette. I know I have it. I can't find it though. So it's going to be one minus palette. I have looked, I gave myself a good week to try to find it, and it's nowhere to be found in my room. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if I'm being delirious and thought I bought it, but I could have sworn I had the orange monochromatic palette from ColourPop. So I definitely need to put an order in that. Hopefully they have it still in stock. But anywho, we're going to move on from not having that palette and focus on the palettes that I do have that's in my collection. So I have a total, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 palettes that's dedicated to the orange family. And then I am going to shout out about a good 2 other palettes, not really orange theme related, but they have really beautiful orange shades in the palette. So I'm definitely going to give those palettes a shout out. Like I said, we're going to be ranking my orange palettes. Okay, so coming in number 6. I'm laughing because this came in the same place in my yellow. It came in last. And this is the Makeup Obsession Monochromatic Orange Palette. And this one's called Squeeze Me. And again, it's the same critique as the yellow. The eyeshadow size is definitely too small for me. And that's just one of the reasons why this is like down at the bottom. Now, one credit I will give this though, I did like the color choices that they put in here. I just feel like they kind of missed the mark on making this an orange palette. Like I see more red tones than I do with orange, and it's like, but it's supposed to be an orange palette. And even swatching wise, if I can barely, like, this is like the only orange eyeshadow in here, but this one next to it, like, that's red. I don't know if you guys can see it, camera's not picking it up. That's red. And they look very dusty and powdery, and again, they didn't give any more like variety when it came to like the formulas. So it's basically, maybe I'm seeing 4 mattes in here and the rest are metallic. And I want to like this palette, but it's just like not quite, I mean, it's not all the way bad. Like this is a really pretty like shimmery color right here. Like this is cute. I give it that one. But and that one is called the OC, but I just really feel like you can't go wrong. Oh, I spoke too soon. Okay, never mind. That's the main reason why this is down at the bottom, because the shape, the size, the shape, the choices, it's not a bad palette, but going off of the ones I'm going to compare it to, it's down at the bottom. All right, coming in at number 5, it's my Nika K palette, and this one is called Peach Me. Now, I haven't had the opportunity to actually physically put this on to good use and put these eyeshadows on my eye, but I have did some amazing finger swatches, and the quality, I'm really shocked and amazed by this brand. I feel like this brand doesn't really get that many recognition because it's not out there in stores that everyone can see it. Like I usually see this brand in my local beauty supply stores. Y'all know which one I was talking about, the ones on the corner, you know, the local beauty supply store, not the Sally's, not them beauty supply store, like the hood ones. You know what I'm talking about, you know, the wigs and the beads. Yeah, that one. Yeah, you're nodding your head. That's the one I'm talking about. Okay. So I don't really see this brand out there. So when you see brands like makeup brands inside these kind of like beauty supply store, you kind of look at them like, okay, this the cheap brands, they're not doing so well. But that ain't true. That is not true. Don't knock it till you try it, sis. And this particular palette, I got it off of the actual website, and I'm very, very happy that I took advantage and bought this along with other palettes from this brand, because I didn't think this was a good brand until I actually picked up one of those palettes from the beauty supply store and I tried it out, and I was like really shocked and amazed by the quality. It's like the e.l.f. cosmetic brand, so it's very cheap as in price point, but the quality is absolutely amazing. And I'm just kind of like shook that they're not like out there. Like I don't hear a lot of people talking about this brand. It needs to be out there, okay? Because quality is amazing. Watch when I do some finger swatches just to show you guys. First of all, the color story is beautiful. It is amazing. They didn't just stick to orange shades like they did other shades that's going to complement orange family. So I got this beautiful deep brown that I was so excited when I seen it in the palette. I was like, yes, they thought about the melanie complexions. Yes, boo. Good crease color. And then I really like this gold. This gold is very different and unique in this palette. It definitely stands out. And I just, when I see it, I'm like, oh, that's going to be a good like inner popper color if I use any of these shades in here. Like, it's really beautiful. Like, they had the perfect shade ranges in matte, perfect shade ranges in the metallic. Like, this is a really good palette. I can kind of put this upper in the scale, but it was just hard compared to, I don't know, I feel like this should be a little bit higher in my rankings, but maybe it makes sense after I show you all the rest of the palette. But let me do a few, my fingers is kind of stained, but I'm going to do a few finger swatches. So I'm going to finger swatch this brown. Look at that brown, y'all. Look, girl. Y'all say that brown. The brown is beautiful. Let me try another shade. Let's do this orangey red color. Look at that. It's kind of light, but it's still pigmented. And of course, I'm going to do this gold that's like grabbing my attention right now. Look at that. Look, girl. Do not knock this palette. Look for this in your local beauty supply store or check it out on their website. This is a beautiful monochromatic orange dedicated theme palette. Coming in number 4 is my Kyra. Is it Kyra or Kyra? I think it's pronounced Kyra Beauty. You get what I'm saying, okay? This was one of their what was this? I forgot the theme of it, but it was 3 different palettes. It's a purple one, I believe it's a green one, and it's of course obviously this one. This is part of their weed collections, what I called it, because y'all see the logo, y'all see what it is. Okay, don't play brand new, don't act brand new. And the names in here is pretty much obvious on what this theme was dedicated for. I believe this came out 2 years ago for 420. Yes, I'm not one of those people who celebrate 420, but the palette, the theme, I thought was cute and unique, so I bought it, okay? Overall, this was kind of hard trying to figure out the placement on where to rank this one. I have tried this one out before. I think I did a tutorial like maybe like years ago, like maybe like 2-3 years ago. I did a tutorial using this. The quality is good, but I'm not a fan of pressed glitters. Like, I want to be, but I'm not. Like, it's certain palettes that can get away with it, but this one in particular, I just didn't care for the pressed glitters. I'm going to give it another try because I think when I first tried it, this was like me being introduced to pressed glitters. Like, it was something about it. I was just like, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So I definitely want to give this a try. But again, I love the color choices that was picked for this palette. It's not just orange. It's not just orange. Like, when I think of like orange monochromatic palette or orange theme palette, you don't have to stick with orange. Use like majority of the colors to be orange, and then pick other color choices that's going to complement that orange shade ranges that you have in your palette. So this is what I'm talking about. Like, we got yellow, we got a little bit of gold, we got browns, like we got a little bit of mix of all those colors, and again we got a beautiful kind of like 2-row dedication of orange. Like, this is beautiful. Like, even this pressed glitter is orange. I don't like it, but the palette is amazing. My fingers are stained. I can't get them unstained. I'm gonna swatch. Oh my gosh, this finger's like really like stained, but let me put some makeup remover solution on. Kyra Beauty Cosmetic is like really a good brand. I really like their eyeshadows. I have a lot of the eyeshadows, and they have amazing sales. So if you follow them on Instagram or you're like notified through their email, when they have a sale, I'm telling y'all, catch it, take full advantage of it, because they have a lot of sales on a lot of palettes. It's like they're like a mixture of Morphe and ColourPop together. They have a lot of just out of control palettes, so you pick and choose on what palette you want to purchase. But when you do purchase this palette, you're going to be very satisfied with it because the quality is amazing, like always. A few little finger swatches, and the reason why I put this down for number 4 compared to the one you guys are going to have to see after this one is because of the sizes. Like, hands down, I couldn't put the other one before. Like, it just didn't make sense. So I like the sizes of this, but you can see why I like the other one a lot better. I like those sizes better. So a little finger swatch. I kind of pretty much clean my hands. So here is an orange shade. Let's see what else. Should I dare do this pressed glitter? I'm going to. That's the pressed glitter. Let's do a yellow. Let's do a yellow. The yellow's not really all that good, but hey. And I'm gonna do this brown for the sake of it. So this is the swatches of them. Like I said, good quality. You might have a few like patchy eyeshadows, but overall you can get a look out of it and, you know, look really good. And let me just share a few names in here that's so funny, yet you'll get it. There is a shade called 420 in here, but it's not green, which is kind of like odd. Like, why would that not be green? But 420 blunted exclusive moon rocks. For some reason I just feel like that's a special kind of weed. Low eyes, red eyes, hit it, OG queen, rolling up, stoner, lighted, loud. Like, that's just to name a few. So the palette is beautiful. You put names dedicated to your eyeshadows. I feel like that is so important, and it shows so much like dedication to that palette. So I'm definitely here for it. Like, this is, it made it fun for me because I'm like, what? Why do I know these names? And it's just girl. This palette is by the brand No Made. I think that's how you pronounce it. I've never used this palette or this brand before, but I have noticed I got a good maybe 3 palettes from this brand, and I believe these came in my beauty boxes. But this one in particular, I think I ordered off of BoxyCharm when they was having like their little blowout sale of palettes. I took advantage and bought this one. And it is the most beautiful palette. It's so beautiful. I love the color ranges. This is the reason why I picked this palette, because the color choices and the ranges I felt like was very different and unique. But one thing I will say for sure about this brand, because I've seen tutorials about this brand and that's why, you know, I bought it. The quality is absolutely amazing. So again, here's another beautiful palette that I have not yet used or tried so far. But off the finger swatches and the quality and the color choices that was in this palette. Beautiful. So it's not just an orange dedicated palette, which I'm okay with, but I do have an orange row dedicated in this palette. And then they gave me other colors that's going to complement orange. We got a purple row, and then we have this beautiful like neon, like green, and all these other shade ranges. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I love the little animal prints that's embedded in these eyeshadows. Like, it's so pretty. The quality is amazing. I don't know why I haven't tried this palette out yet. Like, why did I not do a look using this in the color theme of Orange Vibes? Like, I don't know, but I'm definitely going to come back and try to do a look, because why did I not do this? I haven't done this color ranges, you know, purple, greens, and orange together. Like, that screams spring, summertime. So I'm definitely want to come back and do a look using these colors together, because it's absolutely beautiful. Yes, you see why this came in number 3. Yes, it's just beautiful. I haven't even tried it on the eyes, but it's already so high in the rankings of my palettes. Yes, number 3 it is. Yes. My top 2, this was kind of hard because I really feel like if I had my ColourPop in my hand, which I don't know where it's at, that's so weird, I feel like it would have been like a triple tie. But these top 2 is like, it's really like up here. So definitely ColourPop I feel like would have been my next. I pray to God that I find that palette. I'm like, where else did you go? I just feel like my room is such a mess. It's somewhere in here. I know it has to be, but it definitely would have been the next one for the ranking. But being that it's not here, I just want to put it out there because I do like that palette as well. And I've done a look with it. Yeah, I've done a makeup. Now that I think, I've done a makeup look with it. So I definitely have it. My top 2 now. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? This was kind of hard because I was like, oh my God, which one? But I think I'm happy with the decision, I think. Coming in at number 2, this is my notepad, the orange edition by the Crown case. Yes, packaging overall should be number 1, but I'll explain why number 1 is number 1 and why this is number 2. Okay, quality in this palette is absolutely amazing. The color choice is absolutely amazing. Like, I say that a lot, but it's just absolutely amazing. Like, it's just beautiful. What I really love again about this palette, that I feel like some people understood the assignment. doing an orange theme, you don't only have to just do orange. You can do other shade ranges that's going to complement the shade range of orange. And I'm really thankful for the fact that they put this beautiful deep chocolate brown matte on top of that in this palette. Quality, do I need to do a finger swatch? I'm like, why not? I did do a tutorial already using this palette, so I will have that link down at the bottom. Look at that. Oh my god. I will have that link down at the bottom. I'm just so pleased with this palette. Girl, I'm barely doing it any look at this, like the quality. If y'all have never tried anything from the Crown case, do it. Like, what are you waiting for? Like, the quality is absolutely amazing. Like, I really don't have anything else to say. Like, this is, the whole collection is bomb. Like, the quality is bomb, like hands down. Like, number 2, y'all. This is number 2. All right, so now my last palette that's coming in at number 1. I want to see if you guys can guess before I show you guys. I give you guys like a 5-second guess. Go ahead. Do, 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 boop. Okay, time up. Yes, this is my number 1 palette. This is by BH Cosmetic. This is the orange Sherbet palette. Y'all, the quality, the eyeshadow ranges, the sizes of the eyeshadows, like hands down, BH did they damn thing with this whole collection. Like, this whole collection, I was kind of unsure why they didn't have a purple one. I felt like that was the only shade of monochromatic they were missing, was the purple. But y'all, look at the shade ranges. Like, I don't even need to do a finger swatch. I have tutorials using this palette on my channel. Search it, Google it, your girl got one, okay? But the quality is amazing. I love that there's 4 dedicated beautiful matte eyeshadows, and then there's 4 dedicated beautiful metallic eyeshadows. When I tell y'all the quality is at a 10, it is at a 10 when it came down to this palette. Absolutely beautiful, hands down. The reason why it's number 1. Like, if you need one monochromatic of a theme orange palette, this is definitely the one to have in your collection. That's not enough. Like, look at the packaging. It's so freaking cute. I'm a cutesy girl, as you can see, and I love the cup. And I love the little pink, little peekaboo in the palette too. I'm a pink girl, so that would be another cute palette. Like, I feel like no brand has ever thought of that, or I haven't seen one. But making an orange themed palette with a pop of like pink shades in there and a little bit of yellow, like, that would be the most beautiful palette ever. Now let me watch. If someone comes out with a palette, they watch my video and they need to give me my money, okay? But I think that would be a beautiful color story of a theme palette. Orange, yellow, and pink. If there's a palette out there already, let me know that has those color ranges. Let me know, because it just screams like a sherbet, like a rainbow sherbet. Like, that just sounds beautiful. So I did mention that I did have 2 other palettes that I wanted to mention that are not really orange dedicated, but definitely have beautiful orange shades in the palette. So this is the Ace Beauty Falling For You palette. You would think it would be an orange themed palette because of the outside, but it's not. It's only like about 2 shades of oranges in here, maybe like 3 if you want to count this one as it. But I really feel like the orange ranges in here are absolutely beautiful. But as you can see, there's other colors dedicated in this palette. These 2 right here are absolutely, quality is a 10, and this is like one of the reformulated quality from Ace. So this palette is like amazing. If it had a little bit more of orange ranges in here, this definitely would have been like my number 1, because I really like the quality of Ace Beauty palettes. Now this palette definitely only have, I want to say, like 1 orange eyeshadow in here, but it's definitely worth the mention of it because I have it on my eyelid, and I said it in the tutorial that I did for this look that I don't think I have an orange that's like this in my collection. Like, this is the type of like vibrant orange you would get from like a loose pigment or whatever, but it's not a loose pigment. This is the eyeshadow that I got from my favorite palette, Globe Academy palette. This is their Varsity Palette. And when I open this palette up, you're going to see that orange. Like, it sticks out. It's so noticeable. Like, Finding Waldo. You see Waldo, right? You see him, like, right? You see that? Do you see that? Do y'all see the orange? Do y'all see how vibrant it is? Like, overall, this palette is absolutely beautiful. But look at this orange. Like, she knew what she was doing when she made the color ranges. Like, when I look at the color story, definitely, I get overwhelmed with it because it's, like, everywhere. But when you start dedicating, like, and trying to think of a look, and you start picking up the eyeshadow, you're like, wow, I would have never thought to put this in here, but it works. Look what I created, you know. So I really love the quality in this palette. I love, like, if she comes out with the theme monochromatic palettes, I'm telling you, sis, if you're watching, I'm gonna buy all of them. I will buy all of them. You got this quality and in them too, I will buy every single last one of them. And every palette that I showed you guys, there's not an orange compared to this orange that's in this palette. There's a very close similar one, and that's from the Crown Case, which is this one right here, but it still doesn't have that vibrant neon pigment that this one has in this palette. So that's why this palette got that recognition just from that one particular eyeshadow, because it needed that. So yes, that is all of my orange ranking palettes that I got for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Definitely let me know if you have any of these palettes in your collection, or you don't, or you have a special orange palette that you feel like I should have in my collection. Let me know down in the comment section. What is your favorite orange palette that you have, whether I showed it or not? Leave it down at the bottom. I definitely would like to see. Definitely leave it down the bottom. I will definitely like to see that. But overall, you guys have a beautiful day. Stay blessed, stay amazing, and I will see you guys in my next video.